students, how are you today? I hope you're fine. Today we are going to have a test. I have here, it's a kind of map test. So here, 7th grade math help, okay, data. Example question for the map test here, I have for their data. The owner of a zoo wants to find out which animal exhibit is the most popular. The owner decided to take a random sample of the zoo's visitors to find out what exhibit was the visitor's favorite. Out of the 819 visitors of the zoo last Friday, the owner asked 93 visitors which exhibit was their favorite. The results were shown in the provided table here. Okay, what inference can be made based on the results shown in the provided table? Okay, I have here, as you see in the table, I have here the animal and the number of people who favor the exhibit. Here I have gibbons, I have 17, okay, pandas 33, polar bears 12, gorillas 24, snakes 5, fish 2. So what inference can be made based on the results shown in the provided table? Here it gives me here some choices. I have here the panda exhibit is the least popular. No inference can be made based on this data. The fish exhibit is the least popular. So by going to the table again, you will find here that the fish is the one is the least. Here the fish here, it has here, we have here 2 people. Okay, so it has the fish exhibit is the least popular. This is the correct answer. Explanation here, we can use data from a random sample to make inferences about a population. In this case, our population is all of the visitors of the zoo on Friday. Okay, and the random sample is 93 visitors that were randomly selected by the owner and asked which exhibit was their favorite. Based on our answer choices, we are making an inference about which animal is the least popular. The fish received the least votes out of the owner's poll. Thus, we can infer based on these results that the fish exhibit is the least popular exhibit at the zoo. Moving to the next question here, I have here what number completes the table. I have here input and output. We have here 2, it gives me 18 in the output box. 3, it gives me 27. So every time I do what? Every time I multiply by 9. So 2 times 9 equal 18, and 3, since 3 times 9 equal 27, so 4 times 9 equal, the answer will be 36. Moving to the next question. Here I have very easy question. Okay, 242,561 times what gives you the same number? 242,561, of course, times 1. Moving to the next question. Okay, in this question, 13 plus y equals 13, y, 13y, or y, or 13 plus 13 plus 13, or y plus 13. Of course, y plus 13. Okay. In this example, 4 open bracket 10 times 5, this dot indicates time or by, then close the bracket, can also be written as 4 times 10 times 5, or 4 times 10 plus 5, 4 plus 10 plus 5, 4 times 10 plus 7, 4 plus 10 times 5. Which one here? Yeah, of course, 4 times 10 times 5. 3 bracket 2x, close the bracket here. Which one equals which one? The equivalent here. The equivalent here expression. 3 plus 2x, of course not. Here addition, and we don't have here any addition. 2x plus 3, no, we don't have addition. 5x, 3 times 2x will give me 6x, so it's not 5. 2 times 3x will give me 6x, so this is the right answer. Here I have 4x minus 3 equal 1. Solve 4x. So I want to get rid from all here numbers with x. I want to isolate x. So I will here put the negative 3 in the other side. When negative 3 goes to the other side, it will change its sign. It will be with the positive instead of negative. So 4x equals here 4x equals 4, and here just x equal, okay, divided 4, yes, divided 4, so it will be x equal 1. So my answer will be 1. Solve for x such that x minus 1.5 equal 2. So I want to get rid of the numbers here with x, and I want to isolate x. So here x equals 1.5 will go to the other side, it's negative, we change signs, so it will be 2 plus 1.5, it gives you 3.5, so x equal 3.5. What is the missing value in this table? Okay, I have here the input and the output. 4, it becomes 11. Here, how can 4 becomes 11? I just add here after 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I added here 7. Okay, how come 7 becomes 17? I added here 10. I added here 10. So I added here 7, then I added here 10. What do you think I will add here? What's the sequence here? So I will add 13. Here I added 7. Here I added 10. Okay, next time I will add, excellent, here I will add 13, and when I add 13 to 10 it will give you 23, and the next time I will add what? Here I added 13, so I'm going to add extra 3, so I will add here 16. 16 plus 13, it gives you here 29. Okay, here solve x minus 2.3 equals 7.2. What should I do here? Okay, I want to isolate x to know its value, so we are going to move negative 2.3 to the other side. Negative here changes to be positive, so 7.2 minus plus 7.7. Here I have 7.2 plus 2.3, so the answer will be 9.5. Next. Okay, here I want to know the value of x. X here, x divided negative 4 equals 9, so I want to know the value of x. Okay, when you have here divided, the opposite of the divided is multiply, so I will multiply both sides by negative 4. So I have here by negative 4 and here by negative 4, so here x equal negative 4 will be cancelled with negative 4, and here 9 times negative 4 will give you negative 36. Okay, here solve x equal 29 minus 3 bracket 9 minus 4. Here I'm doing this by, do you remember, PEMDAS? I have steps here to follow. It's called PEMDAS. P for parenthesis, E exponent, M multiplication, D divided, and A addition, and S subtraction. So here PEMDAS, I will start with the parentheses. This means brackets here. The brackets here, 9 minus 4 equals 5. Okay, then exponent, I don't have here any exponents, so going to the next here. Okay, PEMDAS, I have multiplication. Yeah, I have multiplication. 3 times the answer here 5. 3 times 5 will give me 15. Then the subtraction, 29 minus 15 will give me 14. Moving to this, we have here decimals. I want to add the decimals. Okay, when we add decimals, just put the decimal points first step, very important. Put the decimal points under each other and then add or subtract. Here I have addition, 5.01 plus 23.4, so the answer after doing this will be 28.5. Here are the steps that I told you about. I have here the decimal points. I put the decimal points under each other. Then here he wants me to subtract 2 minus 1. It's very easy. 1, 6 minus 5, 1, and here 9 minus 3. So it gives me here the 6. So 6.11. Very easy. I have here $50 minus $10.25. So I have here decimal points, okay? If I don't have here 0.00, I just add here 0.00 because here you have two decimals here. So you are adding 2 zeros to fit these decimal. How? And do the subtraction. Okay, after doing the subtraction, the answer will be 39.75. So don't forget, if you have here decimals, so you have to add here zeros after the decimal point. Okay, you have here 10th hundredth, so add 10th hundredth to know how to do the subtraction or the addition. We have here also decimals and he wants me to subtract them. Okay, and he gives me choices here. If I here count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I'm not going to add any zeros, so I just make here subtraction. 8 minus 7, here I have the answer, of course, 1. So if you here search for 1 in the last digit, you will find this answer, and you can check it by doing the subtraction. By that, the quiz or the map test is finished. Okay, welcome back, dear students. Now we're going to have how to convert the fractions, decimals, and percents. Okay, this fill in the chart converting between fractions, decimals, and percents. Show your work in the space provided. He gives me here the fraction, the other time he gives me the decimal, and the other time he gives me in percent, and want here from the percent to convert it to decimal, and from decimal to fraction, and so on. Let's see how can we solve this. Okay, here I want to convert the fraction into decimal. 1/8 or 8th. I can do it by here dividing 1, and I know this. Yes, the fraction here means divided. So I just can make 1 divided 8 and give the answer. Okay, another way, easier one, you can here multiply 8 by what? That gives you 100 or more. Again, 8 times what gives you 100 or more? Do you know? Yeah, 8 times 125. 8 times 125 give you 1000. I here multiplied that denominator by 125. When I multiply that denominator by number, I have to multiply the here numerator by the same number. So here 8 times 125, it gives you 1000, and here 1 times 125, it gives you 125. So I have here 125 divided 1000. So it's easy now to have the decimal. I have here 3 zeros, and I have like this 125 divided 1000. So I'm going to do it easily. Yes, 1 in the division, I have here 3 numbers. Okay, and I have 3 zeros, so 1, 2, 3, and put here the decimal point and 0. So the answer will be 0.125. Okay, I want to convert the decimal into percent. What should I do? I multiply by 100. I multiply here by 100. So when I multiply the decimal by 100 by zeros here, we have 2 zeros. So from the decimal point focus, I will move 2 movements, 1, 2, and put here my decimal point. I put here my decimal point. So the answer will be 12.5. Don't forget to write percent. I have here 1.125 is given, and he asks me to find here the fraction and the percent. It's very easy. When I want to convert it into percent, I just multiply by 100. Okay, so 1.125, okay, and zeros. I told you I move, okay, I move how many zeros here? Just 2 zeros. So I'm going to move from the decimal point. How many movements? 2 movements. 1, 2, and put here my decimal point, and put here my decimal point between 2 and 5. So the answer will be, as you see here, 112.5, 112.5. Don't forget to put the percent. Okay, when I want here to convert it into fraction, I know that 1.125 is what? Is 1 as a whole number, 1 as a whole number, and here 125. How many? Yeah, how many movements? 1. How many decimal places? 1, 2, 3. This is tenth with th, and hundredth, and here thousands with th. So 125 over 1000. So I have here the whole number 125. This over what it means here, 125,000th. So I will write here the 1 as a whole number, and here 125 divided 1000. Okay, and I know that 125 divided 1000, if you make here what? Simplify means divided. Don't forget, simplify means divided. Divided 125 equal 1000. 1000 divided 125 equals 8. I should study well that 5 times 20 equals 100, and I have 25 times 4 also equal 100, and I have to study that 8 here times 125 equal 1000. Okay, let's go to the next one. I have here 2/5%. 2/5%. Okay, 2/5%. Here I want to convert it first to decimal. Okay, he write here 2. Here the fraction means what? Divided. 2 divided 5, all divided by 100. When I convert from this to this, I multiply. Vice versa, I will divide. Okay, 2 over 5. How can you make 2 divided 5? Much easier if you make the denominator here with zeros. It's much easier. So what should I do to make here 5 with zeros to convert it into decimal? Yes, 5 times what give me 10? The multiples of 10, 10, 100,000. Okay, I will say times 2, and it gives you here 10. And here 2 times 2, when I here just multiply by 2, then you have to multiply here by 2. Okay, it will give you 4 over 10. So here it's 4 over 10. 4 over 10. 4 over 10 means 0.4. Here the answer can be 0.4. Divided 100, so it will be 0.004. It's very easy when I convert it to decimal here. Okay, 0.004. What should I do? Instead, all of this, I have calculated that it's here 0.004, so it will be, okay, when I have here 0.004, it means what? It means it will be, when I convert directly to fraction, it will be 4 over how many decimal places? 1, 2, 3. So the answer will be 4 over 1000. And then 4 over 1000. This is 4 over 1000. I could write this here. I want to simplify. Don't forget to simplify. Divided 4, 1, and 1000 divided 4 will give you the 250. So by this, it's very easy. The list of the values, using the values from the chart in problem 1. which is the least and which is the greatest. Explain how you arrived at your answers. The least of the values here, 2/5%. 2/5% is the least, 0.04 here, and I have here 1.125 and here 0.12, so it's here the least and this is the greatest. Okay, and here in between, so I have here the greatest 1.125. To determine the value is the least and which is the greatest, compare all three values in decimal form, as I told you here, fraction form or percents. When comparing the three decimals, 0.125, 1.125, 0.004, one can note that 0.004 is the smallest value, so 2/5 here percent is the least of the values and 1.125 is the greatest. Create a model to represent the following percents. I have here 90%, 0.9%, 900%, 9/10%. Let's see how can we make a model. Here I draw this. Okay, this model, it has here 10 boxes vertically and 10 horizontally. I want to know 90%, so I will shade here 90 boxes. Okay, out of 100. Here 0.9%, I'm just taking just one, and here 900%, so 100%, 100%, and so on until I have here nine here models. Each model has 100%, so I here draw 9 models, so they are 900%. Okay, moving to another kind of exercise. I have here the following table gives the number of people picking strawberries in a field and the corresponding number of the hours that those people worked picking strawberries. Graph the order pairs from the table. Does the graph represent two quantities that are proportional to each other? Why or why not? I have here points x and y. Okay, and these points I want to plot it here on the graph. Although the points fall on a line here, okay, let's see. 1 and 3, 1 in x-axis, so and 3 go up until 3 in the y-axis. 7 and 1, so going to 7 and just 1. Here 4 and 2, 4 and 2. So although the points fall on a line, the points fall on a line, the line doesn't pass through the origin, so the graph doesn't represent two quantities that are proportional to each other, so they are not proportional to each other. Okay, use the given values to complete the table. Create quantities proportional to each other and graph 2 and 1, 2 and 1, 4 and 2, 4 and 2, 6 and 3, 6 and 3. Here, what are the differences between the graphs in problem 1 and problem 2, in this problem and this problem? Okay, let's see. The graph in problem 1 forms a line that slopes what? Down, goes like this, and here the other one slopes upwards. What are the similarities in graph 1 and graph 2? Both graphs form lines, okay, and both graphs include the point. What do you think here? 4 and 2 and 4 and 2, 4 and 2 and 4 and 2. Okay, determine whether or not the following graphs represent two quantities that are proportional to each other. Explain with your reasoning. Okay, as you see here in this graph, money donated and the donations matched by benefactor. Okay, this graph, what do you think? Okay, this graph represents two quantities that are proportional to each other, because the points appear on a line here. The points as you see appears on a line here that passes through the points. Would here because the points appear on the line, and the line that passes through the points, and that line that passes through the lines, okay, the line that passes through the points, excuse me, would also pass through the origin. Here the origin. Okay, so this graph represents two quantities that are what? That are proportional. Okay, here in this graph, even though the points appear on a line here, the line does not go through the origin. So therefore this graph does not represent a proportional relationship. Okay, this graph, even though, okay, even that it goes through the origin, the graph doesn't show a proportional relationship. Why? Because the points do not appear on one line. Here the points do not appear on one line. But okay, we have here origin, it passed through the, no, so they are not on the same line, so it's not a proportional relationship. In this table, create a table and a graph for the ratios. Okay, 2 to 22 and 3 to 15 and 1 to 11. Does the graph show the two quantities are proportional to each other? Explain why or why not. I here draw my table x and y, 2 for x, 22 for y, 3 for x, 15 for y, 1 for x, 11 for y. Okay, here I began with 2 with 22, so I put here my point. 3 and 15, 3 and 15, then 1 and 11. Okay, after drawing here, okay, we can't draw here the straight line here. Okay, so I'm drawing here the curve. So this graph does not have the points, because the points do not appear on a line that goes through what? The origin. Okay, graph the following tables and identify two quantities are proportional to each other on the graph. Explain why and why not. I have here this table, 3 and 1. Okay, 3 and 1. I began here with 3 and 1. Okay, 6 and 2, 6 and 2. Then I have 9 and 3, 9 and 3, 12 and 4. Okay, I draw here my line passing through the points here, and it can pass, if I here extend it, it can pass through the origin. So yes, it's proportional because the graph or the relationship is a straight line that passes through the origin. Okay, for this graph I have 1 and 4, 2 and 5, and I have 3 and 6, so 4 and 7. Okay, it's not a proportional. So why? Because the graph here doesn't pass through the, if I extend here the line, so it will not pass through what? It will not pass through the origin, so it's not proportional. Okay, dear students, by that we have covered all the lessons of the week. I hope you to study well, and if you have any questions, just send me on Google Classroom. Happy Ramadan. Thank you, dear students. Bye bye.